Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to talk about the changes that were made with Major Update 24. Alright, so now what I'm going to test is the new patch notes say that apparently if your character has no soldiers, like the catapults, you will maintain your range advantage. So let's take a look. So I am going to have Zerda Bloodthirster. And if I click on her, she still has 3 range right now. So it does work. So right now, even though the catapults are gone, my Zerda maintains the 3 range, the catapult bonus advantage. So they did fix this issue. Or it was not really a bug, but I guess they improved the use of catapults and ballistas. Let's go over the other changes with this major update. So first, in the events section, we have running for 1 week the Secret Realm Revival event, where Goddess Trial, Energy Gem, Bonding Realm, and Angelica Special Training all get +1 daily chance rewards. Not too much needs to be said about that, so if you have the +1 runs, store privilege as well, you're going to get 4 Anarchy runs, 3 Goddess Trial runs, and then, yeah, I mean, Angelica will have 3 as well, and Bonding Realm will have 2. So just more chances to get SSRs and Anarchy items mainly. Legendary Gate event is also running for 1 week, so 18 Gate of Fate runs for that week, which is always good. I'm actually kind of torn on what to do with my last 9 runs. For example, I know right now I am grinding up Licorice, I'm grinding up Sage of the Trees, and I'm grinding up Hiei, so those 3 are consistent. But those final 3 new runs, the final 9 runs is really the question. For example, I might just do, let's say, Sigma, who I currently have at 25 out of 150, to get him ready for his for the very far future, his SP class. But there's also characters like Maya that I might consider farming up from scratch. There's Renata, who's actually at 50 out of 100, that I could actually start raising up to potentially 6 stars eventually. There's Shalinka, who I really like, but she's also at 3 stars, so it's literally a grind from scratch character. And then other than these, there's various characters whose Gates of Fate I have not yet done, like Night of Mysteries. I actually haven't done Shalinka's Gate of Fate yet. I haven't done Maya's Gate of Fate yet. There's like 6 characters. Noemi's another one, Elusia's another one, and even Altena. So I could also use those extra Gate of Fate runs to unlock these characters' Gate of Fate rather than farming up characters. Right? So, and of course, I am definitely going to be farming up Akka. Right? Get her up to 6 stars as well. So there's various options I can do here for now that I haven't really decided on. So figure that one out later. Sometime today anyways. So Secret Realm Revival, Legendary Gate, and finally, Echoes of Light. So Florentia has one of the thirstiest Echoes of Light skins. She's in a bunny suit, and I mean, it's a gorgeous skin, but I'm not willing to spend $278 for it. Tsubame's skin, by comparison, in my opinion, is not as pretty. She is, I guess her skin does have her with cat ears, which is cute, but I'm not a huge fan of this skin overall, by comparison. So if I were to get an Echoes of Light, I would 100% pick up Florentia's skin. I'd probably skip the Tsubame skin and decide to pick one of the other 4 skins, which are Helena, Hobo, Wilder, and Elwyn. And also, it's worth keeping in mind that if you instead summon on next month's Echoes of Light, the Florentia and Tsubame skins will be available yet again, because they always put the previous 2 skins available in the following Echoes of Light. So you'd be able to get the Overlord skins, which were armored versions of those heroes, Albedo and Shaltier, and then you'd be able to get the Tsubame and Florentia skins, and then I don't know what those last 2 Echoes of Light skins will be. Other than that, if we go into Secret Realm, in the Secret Realm store is the 2 new items. The first one is Lunar Memories for Brenda. I don't have Brenda built, so it doesn't really matter to me. It's a pretty decent one because it's an armor where when triggering the Paragon of Elegance Act Again effect, which is her talent, you dispel 2 debuffs from you, increase your damage dealt, and reduce your damage taken. So for your second strike, you do more damage, take less, and get to dispel any potential debuffs on you. Like for example, if you maybe attacked Listel, or maybe attacked Mosul and got debuffed, you can get rid of them. As for the other item, it's for Oliver. Right? So, Handicraft Hero Lesson, whatever the heck that means. It's a helmet for Oliver, and upon landing a crit hit, afflicts the enemy with 1 strong debuff and steals 1 buff effect. So, we actually saw Oliver in a few boxes, the SR Oliver, or at least I have, in my Apex matches thus far. So, his most common skill, right, Plunder, is to steal 3 buffs from the enemy. You can steal a 4th buff by having his helmet, if you've built him up. So you can't say it's a bad item at all, right? Increases his ability to steal buffs from the enemy is always a nice thing. And yeah. The next thing that's worth mentioning is first, there are new chapter battles. So I just recently finished chapter 20, and we now have chapter 21 to 25 unlocked. So more world map battles to do. It's a good thing, there's more content, but it's also a little bit frustrating, I think, at least for me. So world map content to clear, because in addition to that, the Time Rift also now has the Langrisser 4 final chapter. So, bunch of new battles to do. Right? We now have World 16 to clear in addition to the world map chapters. So I'll go through that stuff slowly. And the final thing that I'm going to mention is the 3C skills that are unlocked with this update. So of course the 2 new heroes, Florentia and Tsubame, get their 3Cs, but in addition to that, the other 3 characters who are getting 3Cs are pretty useful PvP characters. First is Deedlit getting her 3C, Spirit Dancer. So Spirit Dancer is an interesting skill because it's a 3 cost skill, which makes it hard to decide whether to bring it. Because the most common skill selection for Deedlit at this time is Elven Aura, Sea of Miracles with Gospel. Throwing in this additional 3C, which costs 3 points, is difficult for an attack skill. I guess the main situation where you choose to bring it instead is if you choose to maybe bring Accelerated Aid on Deedlit, right? Then you can bring the 3C, and of course you're going to remove either Sea of Miracles or Gospel to do so. But that would be the situation. At least that's what I'm thinking. The next 3C for existing characters is Elestriel gets a 3C. So her 3C, if I just click on Awaken or preview, Jade Storm. So it attacks a single target, dealing 1.3 times damage, super effective against flyers, and before battle turns 2 of the enemy's buffs into random debuffs. It grants a 20% damage bonus for every 1 converted buff, and after battle, the terrain you are standing on will be regarded as forest, and that last effect lasts 1 turn. So in a lot of ways, you can probably say it's an improved version of Emerald Crusher. So it fits her pretty well. Certainly now you can choose to bring Jade Storm. You can even bring Jade Storm along with Emerald Crusher instead of having to bring Onrush, which is the current Elestriel build. So definitely a good skill for Elestriel at least. And then the final 3C is actually a 3C for a character I have not built, but a lot of people have, Lanford. So Lanford's 3C skill, Fearless Strike. All mixed force friendly units within your talent's command range are immune to stat reduction effects. Very nice command skill actually. It attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.6 times damage. Crit increase by 20%, and before battle, you dispel 2 buffs from the enemy. When eliminating a target, the skill's cooldown is reduced by 4, so it turns into a 1-turn cooldown rather than 5. And if the target is not eliminated, but you land a crit hit, the skill's cooldown is reduced by 3. So that second effect is a little bit luck-based, right, because you have the crit hit. But with that said, Lanford can have a pretty decent crit hit chance from what I recall. So, especially with the talent increasing all stats by 5%. Or actually more than 5%, depending on his start level, right? So it's a pretty, I mean, it's a little bit luck-based, but it's a pretty darn good skill for Lanford. Because I don't think his existing skills have that many high damage effects. Right? For example, Chain Lightning is a 1.4 times damage as opposed to 1.6. And his starting skill of Javelin is 0.8 plus another 60% damage increase. So you can say this is a 1.4 times damage increase as well. So the 1.6 times is a decent increase. And the luck-based effects of reducing cooldown and so on allows him to use it pretty consistently. And the final things to go over would be in the store. So in the store, let's take a look at the gift packs. So there's 4 new gift packs this week. A custom exclusive equipment box that gives you 150 challenge points for 50 US. Ugh. The second one is a huge Trinity voucher gift box. This one gives a very, very good, I guess, price to crystal and voucher ratio, if you're willing to spend the $20. The third one, Class Mastery Supply Box. I've always said this one is garbage, especially for $100. And the last one is the Ultra Value Accessory Pack, which gives you a random SSR accessory for $50, along with some other stuff. Also, in my opinion, garbage. Actually, all of these packs are pretty standard. I think all 4 appear with every major update. Or at least the first 3. I think the Ultra Value one had already appeared the previous week. In any case, so nothing too special in the store this week. No new skins. I guess the gift packs were all standardized, so nothing really worth mentioning there. Alright, so that is it for this video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.